Fam, you wouldn't show up to your game unprepared, so why you still wilding out down there? That's why I had to collab with Manscaped. It's all about precision, confidence, and staying ready for whatever's coming your way, if you get what I mean. When you feel clean, you move different. And on the Courtnee Edgar show, we keep it real, we keep it sharp, focused, and ready for anything. Now, I ain't gonna steer you wrong, so you gotta make sure you hit the link below. The link is gonna be in the description as well as pinned in the chat. And look, get your Manscaped kit right now and stop showing up to life unprepared. Now let's get into it. Welcome to the Courtnee Edgar Show. What up? What up? What up? Welcome to another show, one of the dopest shows on YouTube, where we talk about everything under the sun as long as we get back to the money, real conversations, and real solutions. I'm your host, Courtnee Edgar. Listen, we got a lot of topics to get into today. We got Somalia and the daycare shit that's going on in Minnesota. We got Angry Man and Jazz going back and forth at it. We gonna get into that. I might touch on the Cam Newton and Natalie Nunn situation. I might, depending on if we got enough time. And then I got a couple of other topics as well that, you know, just that's culturally relevant. And then we're gonna get into some money aspects too. All right. So before we dive in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. And also, if you want to be a part of the Earn Circle, where real people and the real ones who are trying to grow and who want to build and grow as a community together, you want to tap into the Patreon. The link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments. All right. So I want to go ahead and start off. You know what? I want to start off with this Somalia situation, because I want to talk about this right now. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I'm pretty sure it's basically almost beating the dead horse, and a lot of people are actually talking about it. So I don't want to spend too much time on it. But in this situation, for those of y'all who don't know, you know, the whole Somalia situation. If y'all don't know, Nick Shirley, a YouTuber, he's been documenting this whole situation and what's been going on, and coming to find out that these Somalians, the ones who are in Minnesota, basically they're creating all these daycares and they're just getting all this money, but there's no actual daycare, right? And so with this situation here, there's this one Somali individual. Now they're trying to say that their daycare and all the documents that they have been vandalized. Interesting, right? So now that shit's hitting the fan, now all of a sudden everything's getting vandalized, that all your daycare documents have been taken away. How fucking convenient, right? So I'm gonna play 2 videos, and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions. Well, I'm gonna play 3 videos that are all tied into this, right? So I'm gonna play this first video first, and then we'll dive into it. All right, so let's rock out.
Called by the owner because
can
unfortunately yesterday morning I was called by the owner.
Why is it not playing
because
for us? Why is it not playing for us? We don't like that at all. Give me a second, y'all. No wonder.
Yesterday morning.
No freaking wonder. Give me a second.
Morning, I was called by the owner because unfortunately someone came in to our daycare. We looked and saw what happened, and we saw that the suspect came in from the back, broke in from the back kitchen, and he also destroyed the wall to come in. As we walked around the daycare, we saw that our office doors was broken into as well. We saw that, unfortunately, there was important documentation, enrollment of the children, and also employee documentation that was gone. There were also checkbooks that were ripped from our check papers that were ripped from our book. This is devastating news, and we don't know why this is targeting our Somali community, as one video made by a specific individual made this all happen.
Hey, hold on. So hold on. Because this YouTuber Nick Shirley decided to shine the light on the bullshit that y'all been getting on, that y'all making millions of dollars off of taxpayers, it's his fault. How convenient is it that this YouTuber comes out and he's calling y'all bluff? He's coming out here. He said, listen, y'all out here funneling this money, making millions of fucking dollars. There's no daycare. Where are the children at? Then you got CNN or MSNBC, one of them. Now they were trying to go at Nick Shirley, asking him, well, did you go at the right time? Did you go when they were closing hours? Well, ma'am, it shouldn't even matter whether either or. It should not matter, simply because if you call the number and or there should be some sort of documentation letting you know, okay, what are the hours are. What if you would, especially if you know if it's a daycare as well, there will be signs and signals you would know. You would know that it's an actual daycare, right? What up, clown? What's good with you? And now all of a sudden, all of the documentation has been vandalized. All of a sudden, all the documentation is gone, has been vandalized. But you gonna blame Nick Shirley of it. All right, come on, man. Come on, bro.
We've been receiving hateful messages through our voice notes threatening us since the past couple of days.
Look at that liberal back there.
Including one that happened yesterday morning after the break-in. This is frightening and exhausting because this is happening to us Somali communities as Somali Americans. We are supposed to stand with each other and help each other through everything that's happening. This is all.
You want people to stand for you, but don't y'all got a group of individuals who are saying that y'all feel as if y'all are better than the American people? We're gonna get to that video. Don't worry about it.
So sad that a video can cause all of this. I want to say that there are hundreds of daycares out there, Somali daycares that are out there, and we all help our children and everyone in our community. We have high quality daycares, and this is very sad news that one individual who made a false claim about fraud that is happening in the daycares engaged everyone else to come and do this to us.
All you gotta do is show listen, bro. I'm not gonna dive into documentation. I'm not gonna dive into the political war. I'm just gonna dive based off of the common sense. Listen, bro, you can go to any legit daycare. They're gonna have pictures, they're gonna have playground sets, they're gonna have toys, they're gonna have all of these little learning toys, all these different things that they will have for these communities, for this specific daycare, any daycare, might I add. There's gonna be documentation that you can easily provide, that you will be able to easily provide to anybody who is asking you about the daycare in itself. Where's the brochure at? How come you can't look some of these businesses up online? Why is it that when you try to call some of these businesses, nobody's answering the phone? Why is that? Tell me why that is. Unless some shady shit is going on the back end. What you not about to do is sit here and gaslight me, bro. That's what you not about to do. Nobody's saying it's 100% of the Somalian community. Nobody's saying that. But however, the ones that have been highlighted, it seems as if y'all been doing some shady shit. You taking all of the taxpayers' dollars, American taxpayers' dollars, then you want to come back on the back end and sit up here and tell us how we ain't shit. All right. Like, I hear you. But let me go to this other video though. To give y'all exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this.
in multiple ways, and I'm going to explain. First things first, I think we are a good example of what the American dream can look like. Like Somali Americans, and it's making me sad and it's funny. Like I know Somali who are very funny. We're like the class clan who also happens to be valedictorian. Somalis in Minnesota are so successful. I take multiple trips a year to Minnesota and I leave so inspired. You have Somali only, like Somali-owned law firms, Somali-owned pharmacies, Somali-owned everything you can think of. And it's so inspiring to see that what my community could do in just 30 years. Literally, we came to this country not speaking English, not knowing anything. We're Black, Muslim, we're immigrant, and we're able to be that successful. It should be really applauded.
No, you guys are not that successful in Minnesota.
Oh shit, he's breaking it down for you.
Immigrant Somali households are on some type of welfare. If you look above my head, you'll see that 23% are on cash. If we go over to food stamps, you'll see that 62% are on food stamps. If we go to Medicaid, you'll see that 86% are on Medicaid. So 89% of Somali immigrant families that have children are on some type of welfare in the United States. 89%. And this is coming from the Center for Immigration Studies. Now, in the vast majority of cases, if someone is on Medicaid, they are a net recipient in tax dollars, meaning the value of the benefits they receive from the government is more than they pay into the federal tax system. Again, that means they're a net recipient.
I guess one positive in this aspect, I guess one thing we all can agree on is that they know how to finesse. They know how to finesse. Because they've been getting away with it for a long time. They've been getting away with it for a long time. Now it's shining the light, and now it's, oh, we need to come together as a group. We need to be in the American people. Okay, where was all that talk when you taking all these taxpayers' dollars? Where is all that talk now? All of a sudden it's, oh, well, you trying to come at us. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. I don't. Priscilla, I don't know what you all are discussing. All I can say is learn the laws of the land. Yep, that's in the Bible. Learn the laws of the land. Obey. Might I add, obey the laws of the land. Unless it goes against God's word. That's also what the Bible says too. Just in case you didn't know. So let me jump over to this other one. Let me jump over to this last video. Then we'll just kind of do our thing. Because there's another person talking about this same situation.
Feel as major corruption is being exposed, especially now with the case in Minnesota and the daycare fraud. This is not just about money being stolen anymore. It's about a growing feeling that being a good citizen, being a hardworking person, paying your taxes may not be worth it. People are starting to feel stupid. They think, well, I'm here, I'm playing by the rules, I am working hard, I'm providing for my family, I'm doing the hard work, and I'm the idiot. You see the memes online and we laugh, like, oh, me on my way to work, thinking that I should have just opened a daycare center in Minnesota and made millions. And again, it is funny, but it's also deeply sad. Because the next thing is, why am I even doing this? And that's the part that no one wants to talk about, because this kind of feeling shapes culture. I come from Brazil, as you know, and in Brazil, we have this thing we call the Brazilian way, which is the idea that there's always a shortcut, there's always a loophole, a way to take advantage of a situation. And people think it comes out of nowhere. Oh, it's just the Brazilian way of living. No, this comes from years of Brazilian people being robbed and nothing being done with the thieves. So we now think that survival means cheating the system before it cheats you. Eventually, people stop believing that being honest is rewarded. When a society teaches its citizens that being honest makes you a loser, well, that's really dangerous. You don't just lose money, you lose trust, you lose dignity, you lose the culture that holds it all together. And once that's gone, it's really hard to get back.
No, I agree. I agree with that. And that's exactly what Trump has been advocating for this entire time. So it's not just the fact that you an immigrant, but that's why they always put illegal. You come over here, you talking about how you strapped yourself up by the bootstraps and all that extra shit, but you over here finessing the system. Again, I hear you. I get it. You learn how to finesse the system, and a lot of people fail for it. Hey, chalk it up to the game. It is what it is. But now you're getting highlighted on the bullshit that's going on. Now you got to come to the front of the congregation. Now you got to answer for all the bullshit that you've been doing, and you don't know how to. That's what's going on. Because and also I will say this is culture too, because now we live in a society where everybody wants to microwave success. Everybody, they see somebody shining or fake shining on Instagram. Like, oh man, I just want my life to live like that. Y'all see it all the time. I'm pretty sure somebody that sent you this before. This could be us, but X, Y, and Z. This could be me and you. Like, bro, I don't want to hear none of that. Ain't nobody working for it. A lot of y'all niggas out here finessing and scamming. Don't nobody want to be patient. Don't nobody want to work for the shit no more. Nobody wants to have to get it out the mud. They just want, I want to be successful, but you ain't willing to do the fucking work. You just want the shit to be dropped in your fucking lap. That's what you want. And then when people call you out on your shit, then it's all of a sudden now you want to play victim. Like, nah, you've been stealing all this time, big dog. No, we're not having it. We ain't doing it. We're not doing it. I'm saying FBAs and the rest of Americans are being forced to subsidize their country. Hey, who is FBA? Most of my people from Ghana, Nigeria, etc., when they come to the USA, is it to better yourself? Well, that's what it's supposed to be. Land of the free, where dreams come true, where you can have the life of your dreams, but you got to work for it. That's the part that they don't throw. That's the part that they don't throw in. That's the part that they don't throw in. They don't throw in the part of, listen, you still got to go and get it. You still got to put in the work to get it. It ain't just going to fall in your lap. You learn from those who are already successful, who did it the right way. You learn from them, and then you build accordingly. Oh, Foundation of Black Americans. I got you. Okay. I got you. Hey, I appreciate you for that. I didn't know. I appreciate you for telling me that. But that's what we need. That's what we have to start doing. And that's one of the main reasons why in my content now, I'm starting to add a little bit more money factors. I'm not even talking about this, but what I want to start adding to my content is what we talking about money, bro. So I get it. We talk about relationships. I'm still going to talk about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm adding a little bit of politics into it as I become more versed in it, but more so about the money aspect, bro. Because I think that's where the Black community is lacking. And just the culture overall. Let's be 110%. Because it ain't just the Black community. There's a lot of other people who out this bitch struggling. They don't know don't know the value of a dollar. They don't even know the right way to save a fucking dollar. They don't. And so we learn together. And once we learn and we apply, because we don't just learn and then don't do nothing. Knowledge means nothing when you don't apply it. We gain the knowledge and then we apply it to our own lives. That's what I live by. Once I learn something new, I apply it. I take the action. Then I learn as I go. We build the plane as that bitch is flying. It's a fact. It's a fact. Let me read some of these comments before I move on to the next topic. Let's see. I think that Tim Walz, guys, in on it though, is probably going to be a huge scapegoat. I'm pretty sure, bro. I'm pretty sure it is. When I came to this country, my family had to show and prove that we are not going to deepen on this country, bring back that law or revive it. Hey, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is a fact. Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. All right, so let's go ahead and move over to this next topic of today. There's this woman. So I'm gonna play two videos. It's gonna be the same woman, but it's gonna be two different. It's gonna be two different topics, but it's the same person. So I'm gonna bring both of those together. All right, so I'm gonna play one video. I may give my little thoughts in between, and then I'm gonna play the second and give my thoughts in between. All right. So in this first part, she's basically saying that she would never have kids. She would never have kids with a man unless she has the biggest diamond ring on her finger. Okay. That's just the title in itself. I haven't heard her say anything. I'm just gonna listen to it, then I'm gonna give my thoughts. All right, let's rock out.
Always get asked if I want children, and the short answer is maybe. The long answer is I will not be having kids with a man unless he could check off these boxes for me. For starters, the man will absolutely have to be my husband. I would never give a man a baby without the biggest rock on my finger. The second box would be a push present is a non-negotiable for me. I want either a car or house. It's a non-negotiable. Also, assuming the man I will be with would be tatted, so he would have to get a tattoo of my face on his stomach because it's a body for a body. My body's going to change forever, so should his. The third box would be that I need a house cleaner. And then the fourth box would be that I need a full-time nanny. I already know who the nanny would be. It would be a family member, but I want that family member to be very well compensated for their time and energy. So yeah, remember before you type some nasty ass shit that these are my requirements. Right? You don't have to have any requirements. If you just want to have a baby for the free, or if you just want to be a man that wants to give a woman a baby and you want to do nothing else but spread your seed and have nothing else to offer the woman, then, you know, live your life. This is my life, and I will not be changing and sacrificing my whole entire life without these boxes being checked off.
I'm scared of you, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Hold up. I'm gonna come at this from an objective standpoint, right? First and foremost, look at her shirt. Look what it says. It says cancel male podcast. That's one red flag right there. One red flag. See, and the problem is this. I know a lot of people have their disdain about male podcasts with men sitting down and talking about what a woman should be and all this extra shit. But I wouldn't consider this a podcast. This is more so Courtney and Edgar show. We come and we talk about topics, and I give it based off of my own experiences, the things that I've done, because you know what I'm saying, I'm not somebody who just live in the fucking basement. I be out here in the streets, and I was out here in the streets long before, right? But looking at this right here, outward appearance, obviously she's attractive, right? She's an attractive woman, so pretty privilege. Pretty much like the Claudia Jordan situation. You got women who are young, you know, she's in her prime and she ain't got no kids. Listen, on the surface, she checking the box. Oh, she ain't got no kids, good looking. Now, once you get past that, now let's talk about the mental here. Now, I agree with her in regards to not having children outside of wedlock. I agree with that. No woman should have children outside of being married. I get that. I don't have a problem with her standards. I don't have a problem with her standards. You know, that's her standards. It's her life. Cool. But here's the bigger issue. One, no man, I don't give a fuck I don't give a fuck how in love you are with her. Get her face tattooed on your stomach to my submissive body for a body? Absolutely not. That ain't how God ordained this shit. That is not how it happened. So no, just because God gave you the ability to have children, that don't mean I need to go and get my stomach tattooed with your face on it. Absolutely not. There are women out here who can't actually have children. They can't. And you think that it's supposed to be a body for a body, then this is a tick for tack, nigga, we keeping score. No, it ain't. That's not what it is. I gave you my seed. Most women find that shit, most women would find it disrespectful if you won't even come in them. Pause. If you won't even come in them, they would think something is wrong with them. Like, damn, you don't even want to come in me. You don't even want to have a baby by me. Some women would find that shit. They will find that shit disrespectful. Right? You got all these. You talking about you want a maid? and a nanny? Ain't you supposed to be the mom? What you need a nanny for? This is the time that you're supposed to be taking care of the kid. Since this man is supposed to be paying everything for you, I'm assuming, because I don't think you said it, but what it sounds like is you said you need a push present. You need a push present, a car. So apparently he got it like that. So we're assuming that he got it like that for him to buy you a car. Then for him to buy you a car, what are you doing? Again, what value are you adding? We're past the looks. Cool. We'll find another. We can find another one that looks just like you or better. We can find another one. Not what? What are you gonna do? What value are you adding to me? Because a lot of y'all swear that y'all, just because you're pretty, just because you got it, just because you're attractive, you think that you deserve everything. What is it that you're adding? What value are you adding to me? If I bring you into my world, I bring you into my life, what is it that you're adding to me? And this is why I will sit here and tell dudes, nope, leave these type of chicks by themselves. Leave them alone. Let the wall fucking hit them. And this is not a hate speech. No, this is the type of woman who has her priorities isn't necessarily fucked up, but there's a little bit, she's drinking from the hose of delusion a little bit. Because she has a pretty privilege. I'm pretty sure a lot of dudes been trying to shoot at her and shit like that. And of course, she done turned the niggas down. What I would say, I guarantee you, leave her to her own demise. I guarantee you, she gonna speak in an entirely different tune by the time she hit 36, 37, 38, possibly 40. And she ain't getting that reciprocation that she thought she was gonna get. I guarantee you that tune gonna change. And this is the problem. Stop pedestalizing these chicks, bro. She's only talking like that because y'all pedestalizing them. Y'all getting in their fucking DMs. You're talking about, hey, damn, shorty, I drink your bath water. Shorty, let me pay for your lifestyle. Let me do this, that, and the third. Man, I'm telling you, I'll treat you like the queen that you deserve to be. Saying all that bullshit, simp shit. And she just looking at you like you a plum food. That's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. But I digress. Let's go to this other video that she made.
Okay.
Let's go to this other video that she made.
I cannot be with a man that sleeps in all the time. A man should be up by 7 a.m. And 7 a.m. is being nice. You are not Sleeping Beauty. Get the fuck up. You don't got work to attend. You don't got a workout to get in. There's nothing around the house that needs to be done. Your car doesn't need to be washed. The grass doesn't need to be cut. Nothing. You just sleeping the day away. You just chilling. Ugh. Be a man. Get the fuck up. Like, early bird gets the worm. Baby, you are starving. You got nothing. Men don't even require that much sleep. And do I think men should take a rest day? Absolutely. A man that works hard all fucking week deserves a rest day. You need to recharge. Sleep in. Do whatever the fuck you gotta do. But that's just your everyday life? You're just chilling. Oh, I wake up whenever, I do whatever. Huh? What? Like, you should be fucking ashamed of yourself.
Okay. So on this aspect, I agree. In this particular situation, I agree with her. As a man, if you aren't in the position where you want to be in life, yes, you should be out here working. You should be out here getting to it, figuring out a way that you can level yourself up. You know what I'm saying? You can level up, or you can be tapping into the Patreon. You should be tapping into the Earn Circle. You know what I'm saying? Link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments as well. Learning how to level up and getting around a group of people who are actually working and getting to something, right? Who are following a purpose. So I do agree with that. But I always got to come from the other side too. What are you doing? While I'm out here working, while I'm waking up at 6 a.m. or 7:30 or 8:30 a.m., whatever the case may be, going to the gym or working on the business or working on the YouTube channel, or working on the Patreon or working on something, or connected with my banter and barter people, I'm figuring out how we can continue to keep giving great quality content for 2026 and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What are you doing? What are you doing? Because considering the fact that, let's just say that you ain't got no kids and we ain't married yet. So what are you doing? That's my question. What is it that you're doing? You talking about somebody need to have a car wash? Well, sweetheart, you know, you do know people. I can call somebody to come do that. I can call somebody to come do the front yard. I can call the landscaper to come do that. That's easy. People got businesses now. They can do that. I can pay them to do that. That's more time for me to do what it is I need to focus on. What I need to work on something in the house for? Nah, I can pay somebody to do it. Now, if it's something simple and quick, yeah, I'll do it. But it's all about time for me. It's not that I can't do it, it's that I don't want to do it. It's time. I can focus my time on something else. Focus my time on making more money, figuring out how to get more money versus let me go over here under this plumb. Let me go over here under this sink and try to fix this fucking plumbing shit. Cause now guess what? I gotta fix this shit. Now I gotta go all the way to the fucking store to buy this goddamn product to come back home to tighten this shit up, man. Nah, I'm good. Nope. I can just call somebody and they can come fix it. But during me doing all of this, working, going to the gym, focusing on the business, getting to a bigger bag, all of these different things that I'm doing, what are you doing? Because the shit sound good. You in your car, making a TikTok video. What are you doing? What value are you adding to this situation that we got going on? Oh, just because you're an attractive woman, whoop-de fucking do. See what I'm saying? Like, this is shit I be talking about. I need some ladies. I need y'all to start doing this. This is what I need y'all to start doing, ladies. When y'all get on these TikTok platforms and y'all get on Twitter and Twitter, formerly known as X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, and y'all get on here and y'all talk about what men should be doing, what men should be doing, what men should be doing, or you ain't a real man if this, or you ain't a real man if that, or a real man to do this, a real man to do that. How about let's start talking about what a real woman would do? Let's start talking about what it is that you should be doing as a woman, how you can be adding value to that man that you so-called want, that type of man that you say that you need. You know, when you check off that laundry list of things of the type of man that you want, how about in that same video you give us the equivalent of what it is that you're going to do and why it's important for him to be with you and why it's important for you to be with him? How about we start doing that? And then we can really dissect the situation. Like, okay, well, she says she's doing this, that, and the third, 1, 2, 3, 4, ABC. Not just because you're an attractive and you can push out a baby. Sweetheart, no. You can only get away with that for so long. You can only get away with, oh, I had your kids for so long. After life still continues to go on, what else are you doing? What other value are you adding? What value were you adding before we had the children? These are the questions that need to be answered. That's why what do you bring to the table is a very fucking important question. Now, some of us understand and we're able to observe this woman and realize the type of person that she actually is. And like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. She ain't my type. She's like, she just want to be kept. She don't want to do shit. She just want to sit around, lounge around, just be a pretty princess. And she don't want to do shit. So nah, I'm good on her. Then there are other ones you're like, ooh, the shorty, she get to it. Damn, you know what? I can actually use her. I can use her to help us catapult and get us to where we're trying to go. I can leverage this woman to get us to a certain spot, to possibly get me in the door that I probably wouldn't be able to get into if I didn't have her. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I need y'all to start doing. When y'all making these laundry lists, when y'all are making this laundry list full of shit about what men should do and what a real man is, I need y'all to start doing the same exact thing with women. Tell us exactly what a real woman is. Tell us what she should be doing. How should she be adding value without mentioning anything about her getting pregnant or her pushing out a baby or you just being there in existing. Give us some real tangible and intangible things that really can add value. Not no bullshit. Okay, Pumpkin? All right, let me read these comments real quick.
I cannot be with a man.
Let me read these comments real quick. It says, that's that bully girl mentality. I swear there's girls that they think they're female hyenas. They know what the deal is. They're just trying to bully you and condition you into unconditional. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you can't listen to them. As soon as listen, this goes for every man. The moment that I hear any woman that's here and tell me what a real man is, I instantly shut my ears off. I shut my ears off. I stop listening because you can't tell me what a real man is. Half of these chicks don't even have a fucking father, and they're gonna tell me what a real man is. Yeah, all right. We're like, all right, you got it. Listen, just because she's pretty on the outside don't mean she's good. She's a good person. She listen is a delusion fucking world. Yep. Talking about tattoo on the face, she's out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You feel me? Talking about a 1-for-1. You push out a baby because your life is altered or your body's altered. That means I need to get your face tattooed on my stomach. Girl, you must be out your mind. I'll get my child tattooed on me. Like, child, please. Hey, child, please. Get out of my face. I would listen if you would have said some shit like, look, get my initials tattooed on the finger. I'm like, all right, bet. I can live with that. Your face tattooed on my stomach? Nah, we good. We good. It ain't that serious, darling. It ain't that serious. But look, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Is she bugging? Am I tripping? Is that laundry? Do you agree with her? Do you agree with her laundry list of things about what a man should do? Do you also agree with what I said as well? Should they start when they're making this laundry list full of men? Should they also be making a list of the shit that they should be doing and how they can add value to that man too? Let me know what y'all think in the comments. All right. Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description. And hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. All right. Cool. Make sure you tap into the Patreon, my good people. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. If you want to learn how to properly save your money the right way instead of the old traditional way of saving your money, you definitely want to tap into the Patreon. I actually have an ebook in there right now. I'm actually thinking about doing a live video too, as well as showing people how to do it. But if you don't want the video, I have the ebook, and you can easily follow the steps. I made it easy enough for a second grader to understand it. All right. So that link is in the description as well as pinned in the comments as well. All right. So let's go ahead and move over. Let's go ahead and tackle this next topic over here. Do I want to tackle this? Do I want to tackle this or do I want to leave it be? Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and move over to this next. Let's go ahead and move over here. Let's talk about Angry Man and Jazz. I thought this was going to be interesting, and these two are going back on it. And what Angry Man is saying is that girls' trips, about women going on girls' trips. Now, again, I haven't heard what he said. I haven't heard his thoughts on it, but I thought it would be interesting because, anytime that Jazz is on the panel, she's always going at it with somebody, and so she always saying some crazy shit. But I still rock with Jazz, even though I don't agree with a lot of shit that she said, but she might be cool people though. But we'll see. But let's go ahead and rock out, man.
All I'm saying is that if we become married, the dynamic of me or him taking a solo trip or doing things without each other, we don't find that as a couple to be disrespectful. So that's just what I'm coming at. Y'all are saying you need to ask permission to do everything with your man. Men don't ask permission for women to do anything.
Because we're men, we don't have to.
So you're not
We're
religious,
men,
right?
we don't have to. We're not the same. You're women and we're men. You're not the same. And no matter how much the world wants to change and try to change everything, no, you don't get to do that. Okay? Because when it boils down to it, if you're in any type of situation where you're in trouble, we're the ones that have to stand in front of you and put ourselves in danger to protect you. You don't get to be in charge if we have to sacrifice our very livelihood to make sure you're safe. And this lie that you sitting up here telling, oh, well, women go on girl trips to be whores. Period.
That is so immature and narrow-minded thinking.
Okay, all right, hold up. I gotta say it. I don't think that's always the case. I don't think that's always the case. That when a lot of these women go on girls trips. Now, if they're all single, that's a whole different conversation. But I will say I don't think it's always the case, but I do think majority of the time it is the case. So I'll land it there.
You don't have any proof of that. I've been on several girls trips. Like, stop projecting your own insecurities. You don't know what the fuck.
One second. Let him finish and then you can. 1 second. Let him finish.
Girls trips to be
This guy's
whores.
corny as hell. He has no idea what he's talking about.
Trips to
No, they don't.
do things that they
No, they
can't do in
don't.
front of
No,
their
they do not.
husband.
Y'all are talking about a particular type of
go to Turks and Caicos.
Hey, 1 second, please. I'm not being
fucking idiot.
1 second, please. I'm not being accused of being a sim today. I'm not being accused of being for the brotherhood today. I will let you talk. If anybody interrupts, I'm going to mute y'all and I'm going to drop y'all. Okay? And then I'll bring you back
Well,
again.
I was talking and he cut me off, but it's cool. I'm done with
Jez, you've been talking for 2 hours.
That's why I said I'm done. Don't worry about it.
Well, at the end of the day, it's about the whole entire thing. And the reason why there are so many problems with relationships nowadays is because women of today are entitled and spoiled. You think you're supposed to always have your fucking way, which is why if somebody else comes in and starts talking, oh, no, I don't want to hear that. I'm done anyway because you guys don't agree with what I'm saying. Grow up.
I think you should grow up to assume that every girl trip, everybody is fucking. That's a very immature, limited mindset. No, it's not. You sound crazy to assume that every girl that goes on a girl trip is out here on girl trips. That's weird as fuck. All you think about is sex nonstop. You old as hell with no wife, no relationship, and assuming that every woman that's going out of town is fucking. You grow up.
That's the main reason why.
That's a very immature mindset. I've been on several girl trips, and I have never been around women.
Fatty asked you to let the man talk.
I'm sure you have.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm sure you have.
This goes beyond the conversation, and this kind of goes beyond the conversation. This is when somebody gets triggered. Shorty, Jazz, whole frame. I get it. You get triggered, you don't agree. That's fine. Whole frame. If you're as feminine as you say that you are, sit back, just listen. Listen with intent. If you got to take notes, take notes. But to constantly, oh, well, I don't agree with it because everybody don't do it like this and everybody don't do this. When I go on girls' trips, nobody said that it was you, Jazz. That's just like when you hear a lot of women that sit up and say, man, a lot of these niggas out here broke. If you ain't broke, so why are you putting yourself in the conversation if you know that you ain't a broke motherfucker? If it don't apply, let it fly. If you know that you aren't the type of woman that go out there and become a thought when you go on these girls' trips, he ain't talking about you. Remove yourself out of the situation. If you know that your homegirls that you go on these trips with aren't doing it, remove them out of the conversation. Of course he ain't talking about you. Even if he say, oh, you know that you ain't doing it. You know this. Why can't we understand? Why don't we have critical thinking skills? Why don't we understand that? If nobody's talking about you personally, if nobody say, hey, Jazz, you are the one that goes out there and you the one that be spreading your legs open and be giving the box. Why can't you understand that? Why do you always have to inject yourself in the whole conversation? Nobody said you. Nobody. He's just talking about women in general. If it don't apply, let the shit fly. We know all women ain't hoes out here, bro. We know that. We ain't dumb. But we know a lot of these girls ain't saints either. We know that. Wild.
Wait, hey, Anger Man, 1 second. And this is what I'm
Because
talking about.
he said I'm immature. That's an immature mindset to assume that.
Jazz.
Lame as hell.
Jazz, 1 second, Jazz.
Goofy.
Jazz,
Still talking.
you've been saying things that we disagree for hours. Nobody is calling you names. Nobody is saying that yeah, but that's the thing. If I say most men in bachelorettes are going to get their dick rubbed by a random stripper, if it's not me, I'm not going to say that's immature. It's not me.
What I'm saying.
No, just stop. If you go to Ibiza, if you go to Miami, if you go to Las Vegas, if you go to these places where women go to celebrate girls' night out, half of them are wilding. And it might not be you it might not be you, Jess.
But here's the thing though. Here's the bigger thing. What they don't understand is that most of these niggas be experiencing the shit. They be outside. They see it. Like, look at these hoes over here, but these bitches over here thotting. Look at them. Check them out. Look how she all up on that nigga over there. Look how she touching up all on this dude over here. She don't even know that nigga. How many times have we gone to the club? Dog, how many times have if any man disagree with me, cool. How many men? Just put a 1 in the chat. If you're a man in the chat, put a 1 in the chat. How many times have you gone to a club? And if you went to college, how many times have you gone to a club or you was at a house party that was a college party and you seen chicks just fucking off and making out, doing whatever they will with some dude that they barely even fucking know? They ain't dating them. They ain't doing none of the above. They probably was dancing for a little bit, and next thing you know, you see their ass kissing, hunching up against the wall. And you see them duck off, go to a room somewhere, go in the car, whatever the case may be. But you've seen it happen before. Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think I'm capping. If you've never seen, put a 2 in the chat if you've never seen it happen before, or you don't think it ever happens. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen it before, if you've ever seen it happen before with your own eyes. I'll start it off. I'm gonna put a 1 in the chat because I have seen it before. To say it's immature is definitely disingenuous. That let me know you really ain't outside for real. Or you weren't outside for real. Because we didn't seen it. Niggas just don't make up shit out of thin air. We ain't just making up shit. They either experienced the shit or they saw somebody else. They either saw it from a third person perspective.
You might be the responsible girl that is outside. You drink very few. You don't dance on people and all that. But if we make a statement that most of these women that are going on girls' night outs are not just going there for the music, like they say,
facts,
for drinking. They are going there for getting attention from men, drinking skimpy for men to look at them and all that. And you're saying that?
I'm sorry, I'm gonna let her keep playing. She's still thinking from the perspective of herself. That's the problem when Jazz is having these conversations. She can't get out of the mind of herself. I don't think Jazz experienced life a lot. What I'm starting to realize is that Jazz probably was sheltered. She probably, which is good though. Here's the thing. That's good. She was sheltered a little bit, so she a little green when it comes to these conversations. But she tries her best to try to say, I don't believe it, because she only has that small circle of people in that environment that she's around, so she don't see it as often. So I can understand why she's coming from that perspective. But she is green, and she needs to stay like that. But what she needs to do is pay more attention and listen, and probably ask better questions too, so that way she can further understand. Because she's still coming from a place of herself, and she's putting herself in that conversation. And so she thinks that the shit that she doesn't do, she thinks that applies to every fucking woman in the world. That's what's going on. Right, exactly, bro. I just think she green, bro. That's what. The more I watch her, the more I'm starting to get. I just think she's fucking green, which is good. So I would take that.
Mature. How is reality maturity?
because that is not the reality. That is your perception, and you're trying to make it a reality. Sure, there are times where there are women, young women who are hot.
Wait, who is this nigga? That's how I feel listening to this, man.
All of that. But he's saying that every girls trip, women are out here doing that. That is not the case. And that is an immature, that's immature thinking.
What if you say most?
No, I can't. No, it's not most.
How do you know?
How do you know? How many girls
do you know?
Yeah, she green and loud. Yeah, she's green and loud, bro. She is green and loud. Green and loud.
How do you know?
How do you know? How do you know? I've been on girl trips. Have you?
No, respectfully.
As angry men?
You said these, right?
Okay,
so he gives his opinion. No, Jazz is not that. Jazz is not that. If he gives his opinion and is immature, what makes your opinion immature?
Because I am not limited. I'm considering the nuance. I can agree that maybe there are some women who go out of town and engage in stuff like that. When they get together, they get all freaky and shit. I get that. But he's making a blanket statement that this is what all women are doing when they go on girls trips, when they go out of town with each other. And I'm saying that is
why you can't take your husband with you.
That is not
why you can't take your husband
with you. It's a girls trip.
All right, okay. I see the perspective that she's coming from and get it. I said it before. Yeah, we know it ain't all women. We know it ain't all women, but again, this is where Jazz gets it fucked up too. She gotta understand too. It's like, we know it ain't all women. Even Angry Man know it ain't all women. He know this shit. He know it too.
Why you can't take well, check this out. You give up the ability to have girls trips when you get married. Grow the fuck up.
In some relationships, that's the dynamic, and that's okay. In others, there are thriving relationships where that's not.
Ma'am, you said that you were mature. You said that you were mature, right? So if you're mature, give me an opportunity to make my statements without being interrupted since you're mature.
Right. Okay. Make sure your statement is mature then.
I don't have to make sure anything.
You should if you're having this conversation because you already started with an immature mindset.
I'm asking you to be mature and allow me to speak.
You first.
I'm asking you to be mature and allow me to speak. You being mature
I'm asking you to make a mature statement.
You being mature has nothing to do with telling me.
Make a mature statement, Angry Man. Damn.
Being mature has nothing to do with telling me.
Damn.
You said you have a boyfriend. Boss him around.
Boy,
you ain't gonna boss me around.
Boy, I ain't gonna boss you around. Calm down.
Yeah, I do think Jazz is immature, bro. I do think, I don't know, how old is she, 40 something? To be honest, I don't know how old Jazz is for real. I don't know how old she is, but she when she get into these conversations, she really shows how immature she actually is. Hey man, I had to. I got some other things going on later on today. But I always got to show up on Wednesday, bro. I always got to make it happen, big dog. Always got to make it happen. But I do think Jazz is very immature. She can get very, especially when she disagrees with you, that immaturity comes out. It should come pouring the fuck out, bro.
You so immature.
Look at it. She can't even have a good faith conversation, regardless if she agrees with this man or disagrees. The fact that you can't even sit back for a second, you gonna say, this man said, can you be mature enough to just be quiet and let me get my thoughts off? Can you be mature in that aspect? She can't even do that. She will say something that's mature, and then maybe I won't. No. Give me the respect enough to say my thoughts and say my piece before you try to interject or interrupt me in regards to what I'm saying, just because you disagree with it. Sit the fuck back and be a feminine woman like you claim you are. Be quiet, listen with intent, and then once he's done and he lands his plane, then you can rebut him. Why is that so fucking hard?
I am extremely calm right now.
Yeah, I know. And I'm so crazy. Crash out Jazz. Here I go. No, because it's just a lack of patience. You're coming on here saying one thing. So go ahead and finish. Go ahead and finish.
Can I speak?
I'm waiting.
Put your mic on mute, Jazz.
Thank you. As I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted.
Oh, you see, but look, see, listen, bro. I got a good memory. I have a really good memory. So you remember when Jazz was going back and forth with Pearl, and Jazz was going on this whole fucking monologue. She just kept fucking going and kept fucking going, and then Pearl hit her with this, like, come on, get that shit out, get it over with, get it done. And you seen all the smoke that Jazz had for Pearl, but yet Jazz just did the same exact thing to Angry Man, telling him to do this shit, right? To do this. So it's okay for her to do it, but can't nobody do it to her. Because you see how she snapped on Pearl. But even when Angry Man, again, like I said before, trying to tell her, like, hey, man, are you going to let me fucking talk? Or are you going to continue to keep interrupting me when I say something that you don't like? Which one is it? What up, Trees? See, bruh, I'm telling you.
Interrupted.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, doing what you want is for children, not for adults. Once you become married or in a long-term relationship, you give up the me's for we. You give up the I for us. Okay? So if your man says, I don't want you going on a girl trip, if you respect him, you'll say, okay. That's the end of it. It ain't got nothing to do with, oh, y'all insecure and y'all want to boss women around and da-da-da-da-da-da. Grow the up. For the love of God, you and every other woman that operates like that. And to sit here and say that women don't go on girls' trips to be freaky, most of them are down there in Jamaica getting oiled up by some strange dude rubbing on their biscuits. And you gonna sit here and try to tell us like, bro, we not naive. We know what go on.
No, you don't.
We know exactly what go on.
You're talking about an experience in Jamaica that everybody can get. I've seen men getting oiled and mudded up too.
If you go on a trip to Turks and Caicos and your man live in New York, I don't know nobody that can see that far. So he don't know what the hell you doing.
Facts.
He gotta trust what you say.
And what's wrong with that?
My thing is, why even put yourself in a position to where he has to question what you're doing?
But why would he have to question anything if he can trust me? If I'm going to do something, I could do it in town, out of town.
I don't trust nobody but God.
If we have trust in our relationship, it doesn't matter where I am. He can't. I could be cheating on him when I go to work. I could be cheating on him when I go to the gas station. I could be cheating on him wherever. It doesn't matter the location. A cheater is going to cheat.
Yeah,
if you have respect and love in relationship,
okay, but here's the thing.
And love and trust in your relationship, it doesn't matter. That's why my man said, I'm going on a bachelor party. Have fun. Sure, you might engage. Maybe your friend is into strippers, but I trust my man.
Can he go to a stripper club? Can he go to a stripper club? 1 second, Ann. Can he go to a stripper club?
Sure.
Let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this. Here's the thing. That was a nice try, but no. There's a huge difference between you going to work, you going to the grocery store, you going to your regular routine. It is much easier for me to notice something is off about what you're doing when you're going to work, when you're going to the grocery store. If you're cheating in that aspect in your everyday life, I'm going to notice something's off. But when you get on a plane and go somewhere else, that's a whole other thing. And then me co-signing it, saying, yeah, go ahead with your homegirls and all of that. When half the time you got homegirls that don't even want you to be with your nigga. Half the time you got homegirls that's trying to get you caught up in so you and your nigga won't be together. So y'all can keep having girls trips. No, I'm not volunteering for that.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, angry man, but you're generalizing something that is not something that's happening in mass, sweetheart.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Let me say this.
So what I'm saying is this: I get it. There are those things that happen, but what I'm saying is it's not the case for all of the time. And you're saying that, well, I'm able to notice a little bit more.
No, what you mean? Why is what edited on Spaces? What you talking about, bro? Why is what edited?
If you're cheating at work, that's what you think. But what I'm saying is, regardless if I'm in the town or out of town, if I'm going to cheat on you, I'm just going to do that. And you may not pick up on it. What I'm saying is, you can't automatically assume.
You say I hate when women bring in God for a man to not have boundaries. Yep, there goes the same serpent to tell them to bite the apple. The devil know the word. Yep, facts. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know why they edited it out, fam.
Out of town with her friends,
I don't know why they did
that is a setup for you to get cheated on.
No. Hey, Jess, you can do that. Like literally last week, you generalized the whole cop community. You said if you're a cop, no, you said if you're a cop, I don't trust you. You literally said that. You didn't say if you're a black cop, tall cop.
But you stand on. See, I didn't even hear the video. But she just confirmed that she did say, well, yeah, I stand on that she generalized all cops. So she continues to prove the case that we all have been saying. And she gets upset when people talk about her. She gets upset at the fact, because I already told her, I said, just lean, if you're gonna lean into it, just lean into the evil character, just be the villain, right? But she continues to shoot herself in the foot. She continues to bite her tongue. She continues to bite her tongue off. The reason is because it's okay for you to generalize things that you feel so passionately about, cops, men, right? You can generalize things that men do. You can generalize police officers, and you stand on that shit. You ain't gonna argue like, nah, you can't change my mind about it. Excuse me. But the moment a man says anything in regards to a woman that may come off as negative, you got a problem with it, and you ready to argue it down 10 toes heavy. Make it make sense, shorty. Make it make sense. If you're gonna play the villain role, at least be consistent across the board. At least be consistent in regards to, okay, well, shit, I did say that, and I stand on that shit too. You right. But I will give her this: she's being consistent in who she's gonna defend. She being consistent in that. She gonna defend women. She will not hold them accountable. I think I did a video last week. Was it last week when I did a video on her? Yeah, I think it was last week. Did a video on her when we were talking about holding the man accountable, and she talking about, oh, well, I do advocate for men. No, you don't. Because nowhere in that video did you say that the woman was wrong and you held her accountable. You didn't hold that woman accountable at all. Anytime it's regarding a woman, you gonna stand 10 toes down. You ain't gonna tell her where she's wrong. You ain't gonna hold them accountable at all, and you are part of the problem.
If I make a statement, you don't have to reply immediately. What I'm saying is that what is wrong with generalizing and saying people will do more risky behavior when they know they can be caught, when there's no friends around, no family around, nobody around. What is wrong with saying, yes, if your girl goes to Miami, it's more probable she cheats on you than in Nebraska where everybody knows her?
If you have a girl that lacks integrity and doesn't respect you, sure, you have that. You have to take care of it.
So would that be the same thing with cops? If I have integrity, don't matter if I am a cop.
My thing about cops, I don't trust them, period. But I have facts. I have facts to show.
You got facts. What you mean? So you telling me the shit that Angry Man is saying, you saying that he ain't got facts on the shit? Which is the question that I asked earlier. You telling me that he ain't got the facts? You telling me that the shit that these men talk about, you think they just coming out the side of their necks with this shit? You really think that these niggas hadn't experienced this shit with women? You really think these men don't experience women? You think y'all the only ones who experience men and we don't experience y'all asses? Boy.
Here's the thing. Look. Here's my position on this, right? So if I, a man, married you, if I put a ring on your finger, and I'm talking about the kind of ring that every time somebody look at your hand, they like, ooh, like, well, oh my God, like, and I've dedicated myself to you in front of God and everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a provider, I'm a breadwinner, I'm holding it down, I'm laying the proper pipe.
Facts, Spaces, facts.
And I say to you, I don't want you going on that girl's trip.
Can I ask
how
why?
you gonna be like, nah?
Can I ask why?
Because I said so.
So that's not a good. Okay,
it
but
is.
Why?
It is. You know why it is? Because did you hear what I just laid out? I'm coming with big energy. I said.
So you feel because you're a provider, you can just say this is what it is and not give her any communicate a reason why.
I'm not saying because I'm a provider. I'm telling you what I'm saying right now. I'm saying because I'm him. It's more than just being a damn provider. It's more than just being a provider. All that your homegirls be going through, you don't go through none of that. You straight. You the envy of your homegirls. Like, ooh, he got a brother type. No, when a dude hold it down the way he's supposed to hold it down, and he say to you, nah, I don't want you doing that, you supposed to be like, okay. That's it.
I get what you're saying, Angry Man, but if that's the dynamic that works for you, cool. If I said, babe, I'm going on this bachelorette, and he just said, no, I don't want you to, and I ask him why, and he just says, because I said so, that wouldn't work for me. So
I think she's missing it too, because I think I'm gonna be 110% honest with you. In real life, I really do think that Jazz wouldn't say anything. She probably wouldn't ask. She might ask like, man, why, babe? Why not? But in real life, if Angry Man, the way that he laid everything out, most women, if you are him as the husband, like you really are that dude. You ain't the one that's always saying what you doing. You ain't that type of dude, but you him. You know, when you're quiet most times, but when you speak up, they actually fucking listen, right? When you're that type of dude and you already sent some shit that's off, and you say, hey, nah, I don't think you should go tonight. I don't think it'd be a good idea for you to go tonight. 9 times out of 10, she already didn't want to go in the first fucking place. So that's one thing. She didn't want to go. So that's one. But 2, because you normally don't even say nothing, you normally don't tell her no in regards to going somewhere, or you just don't say much. But then when you do decide to speak up, or when you do speak up, she's like, maybe a good reason for it. So you know what? All right, cool. I ain't gonna go nowhere tonight. And y'all kicking it. No questions asked.
That's a relationship I don't understand, because I don't understand why you just can't communicate the why. Why is it just because I'm a man? That's not fair.
Listen, check this out. Life ain't fair.
That's not protection either.
Check this out. Listen. When I first met my wife, we were just dating,
Somebody
right?
married you?
She had absolutely.
God bless.
Absolutely.
The shots she be taking, that's the shit I be pissing me off. She can take shots at people, but can't nobody take shots at her. Many people say, well, shit, I pray for your, I pray for the guy that you with, because boy, you a fucking handful. She'll get triggered 110%.
Wow. And guess what? That woman is in the lap of luxury. She don't gotta work if she don't want to. Everything is taken care of. She good. 100%.
God bless you, Angry Man. For
100%. So when I first met her, she said to me that her friends was going on a girls trip. And she was like, would I be upset if she went on a girls trip? I said, no, you can go. You just ain't gonna have no man when you come back.
I've heard that before. Well, not to me, but I've heard men say that.
I mean, that's it. Like, I'm not going to see. Here's the thing. This is where y'all get it mixed up about men being controlling. Me saying I want you to do X, Y, Z, and then you say why, and I say because I said so.
Facts.
It's not me being controlling, because you still got an option.
Facts, Matt.
You cannot do it. You cannot do it. You can still do. You can do whatever you want. We just ain't gonna be together after you do whatever you want.
Right. That's not leaving a person an option. That's not giving a person an option.
That is giving them an option. But each option has a consequence. Just because no, it's still gonna have a consequence at the end of the day. So if you decide to go, you ain't gonna have a man. But if you don't decide to go, guess what? Consequence, you still got a man. So yes, you still have the free will to make a choice. It's just gonna be if you want to make the right choice, and depending on what that right choice looks like for you.
You're telling them you're telling them we're together, but if you don't do what I say, you can do what you want. But if you don't do what I say, we're not going to be together. Knowing that woman still wants to be with you, she's obviously going to concede. That's manipulation.
Yeah, she's
obviously going to
doing a lot. Got a lot going on.
She's obviously going to concede to what you say because she doesn't want to
extrapolating that across.
So that's not a real option you're giving.
You're extrapolating.
That's manipulation.
Come on, Yoshi.
You're extrapolating that across everything. I'm not talking about everything.
Yoshi got something to say.
Wait a minute. I'm not saying that if you put the freaking toilet paper on the roll wrong and I don't like that, well, we ain't gonna be together. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about serious issues like you saying you going on a girl's trip.
A girl's issue is a serious issue for you?
Man, Jazz ain't gonna never get it, bro. She ain't gonna get it. I don't think she ever gonna get it. I don't think she gonna get it, bro. Hope like I said, bro. I hope whatever she going. I hope her relationship with her dude is phenomenal, bro. Because she don't care about the reason why you're not going to have a man. Going out is more important than why I wouldn't suggest. Yeah, exactly. So she got it. She got it, bro. I'm not. She doing too much. She doing way too fucking much. Way too fucking much. So I want to get into this next topic, man. Before I do, what the hell? Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. Yeah, so look, I want to go ahead. I want to make a, I want to talk about this. I want to get away from relationships and dating real quick. I want to talk about the money aspect of things. I want to talk about some money, right? So there's this woman, she's making $9 million a year. $9 million a year from a business that she started from home. So I don't know what this business is, but this is something that was covered by CNBC. And so I thought it'd be interesting to talk about. So I'm going to play it and then I'll give my thoughts and opinions on it. All right. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let's rock out.
Found kind of a way to make money. I always knew it was like a stepping stone to something bigger. I'm doing what I truly enjoy, and it also happens to be making money. My name is Jenny, I'm 28 years old, and my handbag brand Freya has brought in $9 million in 1 year.
Hold on. Let me address this real quick. Hold on. You said you went live early because you got something lined up. Nah, man, I ain't got nothing lined up, bro. Well, I do got something lined up, but it ain't what you think it is. I gotta bump some shoulders and shake some hands, man, at this cigar lounge later today. Actually, once I get done with this live stream, so I have to get dressed and I gotta head over there to Scottsdale. So I mean, yeah, so I do got something lined up, but not that though, bro.
Freya is a handbag brand. We specialize in making really classic, timeless, and functional pieces to support women in their everyday endeavors. So we originally started as a work bag brand, and then now we have kind of a pretty full collection of everyday bags, shoulder bags, mini bags. I wanted to create a brand that I wanted to see in the world. So doing everything really slow, intentional, being really transparent in everything. Numbers-wise, we have a profit margin of about 20 to 25% after all our expenses. We had positive cash flow for the first time.
Hold on, you said that's after you done paid all your expenses. That's what your profit is? Contractors 640,000, manufacturing 1.8 mil, materials 500K, advertising 3.2 mil. Shipping and logistics, 1 mil. Software, 200K. After all of that, profit 9.3. That's not bad. And that's from November 2023 all the way to October 2024. Yo, how much of those bags going for? That's my question.
End of 2023. I started Freya after a really, really stressful night of interview prep when I couldn't find a suitable bag. I didn't really have like any great options. I was trying to bring a change of clothes. I was trying to bring my laptop, my portfolio, shoes. So I needed everything to have its own kind of compartment. And I wanted straps that could go over my coat because this was February. I was scheduled for a full day of interviews. I show up in the morning carrying like a cotton tote bag, didn't get the job. I had a problem that I wanted to solve and I thought I could do it well.
So first and foremost, one lesson right now. If you are starting a business, and you're trying to learn or you're trying to grow your business, one of the biggest things that you have to focus on is solving a problem for people, solving an issue. That's probably one of the best ways that you are going to actually start making money. Solve a problem that people may not even know that they fucking have yet. But once you figure that out and then you start to put it out there to the world, you should be straight. And she's living proof of that.
I used that to pay my way through grad school. And then it was also the seed money I used to start Freya. I started Googling, sample makers based in New York, went through a couple. I found one based in Brooklyn, reached out to her, and then I started sourcing materials. Went to go pick up the sample. Well, it was not impressive. That was actually very sad. It looked like a kindergartner's art project, but now I know, at least I know what I'm working with. I'm like, okay, there was a lot that I didn't communicate up front too, and my sketches were honestly like not much to work off of, so I get it.
UX design.
I'm like, okay, I tried making this in New York. I'm going back to China anyway. Let me try finding a sample maker in China. So I asked around my circle and I got connected with a sourcing agent. There were some requirements. I was like, want to be able to know like where everything's sourced. I want to know how much everyone's paid. I want to be able to visit. I wanted Freya to kind of be my way of showing the world this is what made in China can look like. I'm really, really proud of it. I'm proud to be Chinese. I don't hide that we're made in China on our website. I don't think there's anything to hide, and I'm really proud of that. And then I picked the one that, they took the longest to deliver a sample, but they were very communicative, which is something I was looking for. And we are still working with the same factory today, 4 years later. I present to you version 1 of the linear tote. And then after a year, this is what it was supposed to look like. I decided to use vegan leather, animal leather, I didn't really feel confident in sourcing and making sure that no one was harmed in making it. So I decided not to go that route.
Okay, so she was selling them for $278 a pop. Ooh, wait. But look though, also understand this too. She's solving the problem. Guess what? How many purse companies do you know? How many purse companies do you know? And this goes with damn near all the businesses. All of them, bro. Everybody's selling the damn same thing. Everybody's selling the ebook. Everybody's selling purses. Everybody's selling shoes. Everybody's selling hats. Everybody's selling shirts, pants, socks, whatever the case may be. Everybody's selling it. There's a market for all of this shit. You just have to know what you're solving, right? Because they buying. Not only are they buying from the person, but they have to also buy. What they're also buying is the problem that's being solved. She solved the problem. She was like, you know what? Let's make it luxury. On top of that, she said, listen, I'm proud to be a Chinese woman. So therefore, I'm pretty sure she has that behind the brand too. I'm pretty sure she has that in her mission statement as well, or somewhere along the lines of why she started this entire business. And a lot of people, they align with it and boom, started buying from her.
Into producing our first batch. So that included all ordering our materials, ordering hardware, paying our factory, labor costs, and then shipping the bags to us. Freya actually started as a blog way before we had any product because, we're going to launch, we're a no-name brand, no one knows about us, there's no reviews. Why would you buy from us? I had to give people a reason to buy into the brand and my story. So I thought,
what I just say, they buy you First of all, they buy you. You are the person that they're buying from. What is your story? How do people align with it? What service are you, what problem are you solving for these people? At the end of the day, you are the brand. They're buying you. It's not necessarily the product. Let's look at the fucking product. It's basic as shit, but it does have this luxury vibe to it. But at the end of the day, how many persons do you know? How many people you see with purses that look basic as shit or it has this luxury vibe to it? What was the reason for them buying it? You are the brand at the end of the day. You are. And let me see if I can see it. It says, in a world that values growth and finding the next bigger, better, faster thing. Yeah, faster thing. I wanted to build something high quality, slow, meaningful, and personal. 3 years and 28 batches later, it's safe to say we found a tight-knit community of individuals who feel the same way, even though we only launch a few products every year, because sometimes the simplest things are the hardest to perfect. You keep choosing us and cheering us on. Seriously, thank you. Freja has been self-funded from the beginning, and let me see. Yeah, with no outside investment, which allows us to do things our way at our pace. My goal from day one has been to make the best bags only for the people who want them, and to be positive and to be a positive impact on every pair of hands involved in building your bags and the brand. Freja is a love letter to the dreamers. We exist to advocate for meaningful, inclusive, and sustainable future, to empower like-minded people and brands, and to create beautiful, modern, functional bags that bring a smile to your face. P.S. If you'd like to reach me, my personal inbox is always open. There you go. Got her target market right there.
Let me just share exactly what we're doing. Like, let me share.
He's telling you it's not for everybody. It's for the people who actually want it. So I'm not just throwing this out here. She's letting you know I only put out a certain amount of bags each and every year. So which gives that FOMO, feeling the missing out, also that exclusivity. It's like, hey, if you are able to get this bag, you are part of that exclusive community, because there's only a certain amount that you can only get in the year. And if you want to support the fact that all of this is done through me, I didn't have no outside investment. This is all from my own dollar bill and my own hard work. People can get behind that type of shit. Like, damn, this is all you. And this kind of aligns with, I know I always got to tie back in the Courtnee Edgar show. And this is why I like tying in the Courtnee Edgar show too. I want to make sure that I maintain, as I continue to keep growing, as I continue to keep building, I want to make sure that the people that's really rocking with me, hold up. Yeah, I want to make sure with the Courtnee Edgar show that when we do start to get sponsors and brands, I want to make sure that I maintain 100% creative control, because nobody is finna tell me what I can and can't do on my own channel, what I can and can't say on my own fucking channel. We ain't doing that over here. So I rock with her in that aspect. I do.
Share every sample. Let me share everything that went wrong and like all the changes that we're making to the designs. I think I collected 2,000 emails. I was like, oh, 2,000 people are in line. I only have 300 bags. Sent out an email, not a single person buys. I'm like, okay. My launch plan failed spectacularly. I couldn't afford to not make it work, and I had to find a way to sell those. Customer acquisition wise, I think for Freja, it was really, really slow for the first 2 years. I think a lot of our initial following saw an ad and then clicked into our Instagram profile and started following us, following the story, following our newsletter. First month was okay. We sold like 20 or so. Next month, same.
From there, from the 300,000 she saved for Freja, 100,000 went to her living expenses. Nice.
I had enough to live off of maybe for 1 or 2 years runway. Our rent, I was splitting with my ex at the time. That was $1,200 a month. Honestly, beyond that in food, I didn't have any expenses, didn't go out. I think after 6 months in, we would start breaking even. So I didn't have to dig into the old savings pile anymore.
Nice. Ended up 2020 bringing 90,000 in total annual sales. Jenny packed and shipped every Freja order herself for her 2-bedroom apartment.
People really wanted more, and I didn't have money to produce them.
Then took out $137 loan from Shopify to order more bags.
That really helped
Shopify?
me kind of pay
Shopify
for
take
that
loans? Shopify take loans? I didn't know that.
big batch because I had a little bit of money. The good thing about Shopify is you'll pay back 17% of everything you make. They'll just take it off the top, so you don't really need to worry about it.
Right, ended 2021 with $533,000 in annual sales.
When I graduated from grad school, I believe the going salary for UX designer in New York was approximately like 86 to 90K. So I'm like, you know what? I'd never had to get a job. I made my own job and I will pay myself exactly what I would have made otherwise. I think 2 years in, I saw someone wearing a Freya bag in New York City. And that was such a big moment. I ran up to her, we chatted. I think Freya really came together when I stopped trying to be like other brands. Like in the beginning, I would try to emulate a lot of brands that I looked up to and I like try to speak in their tone. Transparency has been one of our core values from the very, very beginning, ever since we started as a blog. Why not share exactly how much it costs to make a Freya bag? We did a round of price increases our second year because I didn't really know how to price our products. So I increased everything by $20. I sent out an email telling everyone like, hey, just letting you know, like we will be increasing the prices of our bags by this much. We're not going to do that until, end of next month. So if you wanted to get your bag now's your chance. Everything we earned was invested like straight back into the business, straight back into more inventory. And then 2023, November, we had a really big Black Friday sale. And then all of the money that we invested into that inventory was like actually profit. So that was the first time we actually had money in the bank to kind of play around with. I think it worked because we were so niche in the beginning and we really appealed to.
I'm gonna read that in a minute. Snow, what up with it?
Right
what
now,
up
we're
with it,
definitely
Snow?
expanding our customer
Ain't
base,
seen you
but
in a
our
minute.
core customer from the beginning was very specific. And I think that's what like got us through the first couple of years.
But if y'all truly are listening for the people, for the real ones who are actually trying to build something, the ones who are actually trying to grow, there's a few key things that she also said that I hope y'all got. One, when you starting your business, it's not gonna happen immediately. You're not instantly gonna start making a whole bunch of fucking money. You're not. It's gonna take time. And if you do it the right way, if you do it the proper way, and you don't start spending your money and you start investing back into the business, so that way your business can actually scale. Understand, rule of thumb is you probably will start breaking even somewhere in between 2.5 to 3 years. That's when you start breaking even. After those 3 years is then when you start to actually make some profit off of your product. So you have to be willing to stay down for a hot little second to get your shit going, to really understand your brand, understand your voice, who you are, what the brand actually means. That's the same thing with the Courtnee Edgar show. Bro, we still in the early stages of the Courtnee Edgar show. We in the beginning stages of this shit. We ain't even there yet. We're still growing. We're still figuring things out. We're still trying to really hone in and tight knitting what the voice is and what this brand is. We're still toning it in, and we're still in the early stage of that, right? And this is the same thing. And this is the same thing with this. So it ain't about. So trust me, whatever idea that you have, somebody already thought about it. What really happens is the action that you take. If you take action on it, mind you, whatever you thought about, somebody already thought about it before. They just haven't took action on it. So if you got that same idea, guess what? Just take action on it. Just start moving towards it. Just start building on it. Just start throw the fucking plane, let that bitch fly, and you start building it as it's flying. Straight up. Ooh, I like that. I like that, Spaces. That's a great goal, bro. That's a great goal. I'm gonna read that super chat in a minute, bro. That's a great goal.
I didn't start Freya to be acquired. I started it because I wanted a creative outlet that I could turn into my job. I think now, maybe this year, I can start calling myself designer. Because in the past, I'm like, not sure if I am yet. But this year, I'm like, okay, I think we've hit a stride. I think I can call myself designer now.
There you go. 500 engineers still the only full-time.
If I were to go back in time and tell 24-year-old Jenny one piece of advice, I would tell her to really follow her intuition. Trust yourself. You already have everything it takes. Here I am, year 5. Definitely underestimated what we did in the last 5 years, but I'm just glad we kept going.
I'm gonna have to find her product. I'm like, hey man, listen, shorty, let's work together. I ain't gonna wear none of your bags today. That's the winning.
More community events, really connecting with
the
people that make this all possible. People show up to events with their Freya bag, telling me like, "Hey, this was my birthday present," or something like that. I also want to partner with anything that empowers young women to chase their dream. I think that's what Freya embodies. It's like, hey, you can do it too. You can do what you want, and you can
it can still work. She said she empower women. I empower people, men and women. I empower men and women. That's it. But in all reality, though, this is dope, bro. This is straight. This is dope. I love to see it. I love to see when people are doing this. They're actually going after what it is that they want. Also, they're actually putting in the necessary work, which I also didn't understand. I know some people didn't catch it. She ain't have no expenses either. She ain't have no real bills that she was paying either. So that's also a factor, considering the fact that it's purchased though. So the luxury brand, so she knew she was gonna have to spend a pretty penny in order to get it started, but she wasn't gonna let that stop her. So shout out to her, bro. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm, and make sure you hit the bell notification, dog.
Dive into the Courtney Edgar Show Super Chats.
Yo, shout out to Snow. Shout out to Snow for the $10 bar. She says, Courtney, happy New Year's Eve. Have a safe one. Love you the long way. Hey, I appreciate you, Snow Bunny Bag Chaser. I appreciate you for the 10 ball. Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's Eve. My boy Spaces. He says, 2026, we up. I'm aiming for 20K next year on my pod. Yes. 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 Listen, bro. Just stay consistent with that shit. Stay consistent with it. Slowly ramp up. Implement different things within your channel. Continue to get better. You're gonna get better over time. The more you continue to keep showing up, the better you're gonna get. The better you're gonna get, bro. So that's inevitable. Just continue to keep going, dog. Continue to keep going. I saw, I had the luxury of tapping into y'all content. Y'all content is dope. You know what I'm saying? So just keep on pushing, bro. Just keep on grinding. Don't stop. Don't stop. Just look at it like this. Nobody sees the vision. Nobody should see the vision bigger than you, more than you do. Let's see. Let me read these comments. Y'all better be at the meetup in Cali next year too. Hey man, listen, that's the go-to. He told us it's gonna be in LA. I was like, oh shit, that's a skip and a hop. That's an easy drive from Arizona. So probably me and Raw are probably on pull up. Me and Raw probably pull up over there in March. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty dope. It's a quick little drive. I ain't even got to fly. I can just drive my truck up there. And Courtney Show, tell your story from the ground up. Mistakes, wins, suggestions. I consider one of my mentors. You have a lot to share. Hey, I appreciate you. Oh, you speaking in regards to this. So yeah, that's what I wanted to tap into. I'm glad you mentioned that. So yeah, I'm thinking of my next Patreon video, man. So what type of video would incline you to join that will bring you value? So Snow Bunny already gave me one. She said, tell your story from the ground up. Mistakes, wins, suggestions. I consider one of my mentors. You have a lot to share. Appreciate you. I appreciate you. Okay, that's one thing to think about. That's one thing to think about for sure. Are you saying tell my story from the ground up, meaning my YouTube story? Or you mean just life? Or you mean like my life in general? Which one? Which one are you referring to? Oh, which one? My YouTube or my life? In general, which one? YouTube? Okay, I got you. I can do that. I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. And I think what I can do as well is show like my first video too, just to kind of give people an idea of where it's at, and then where it's at now, where it was and where it's at now, and give my in between, give my thoughts in between that. So I think that'd be pretty dope. I think that'd be pretty dope to do. That's a good idea. Matter of fact, let me write that down. Let me write that down real quick. Because I want to make sure I focus. I want to make sure one of my biggest things is for 2026 is I want to focus a lot on the Patreon too. You know, because I know we want to build that up. We want to build that Patreon up because we building a group of people. Because I like to say that I'm an extension of the Bag Chaser, so that's why I call it the Bag Chaser /Earn Circle / Bag Chaser. So Earn Circle is my shit. It's the Earn Circle, you know, earn not giving community. So call it the Earn Circle / Bag Chaser because I'm a part of the Bag Chasers too. So your ideas. Because we earning everything that we get. We ain't asking for the handouts. We earning everything that we get. If it's slower, that's fine. We gonna get it. Till ups and downs of YouTube journey. I bet. Cool. Got that in there. Got that in the notes. Yes, and what helped boost numbers? All right, got you. Put that in there too. What helps boost numbers? What helps boost numbers? Cool. All right, I got you. And if anybody else got any ideas in regards to that, in regards to this question, I'll leave it up. A little bit, just for a little bit of time. To give y'all time to answer and to think about it too. So I'll leave it up while I play this next video. So let's go ahead and dive into. Do I want to do this? Let's talk a little bit more about some money. I think we can finish off on this one. We can finish off on this topic. Because I got to go get ready. So this last topic of tonight or today, let's talk about Fayetteville's Black-owned shopping center. Black-owned shopping center, because I know a lot of Black people, they told me as well they want to see a lot of more Black positivity. So I said I'll give it to you. Give you a little bit more Black positivity as well, because I guess a lot of people really think that Black people are really not here doing what they're doing and out here making moves. There are people behind the scenes that are actually out here making moves. And this is one of them right here. So their shopping center is called Kingdom Corners. Kingdom Corners in Fayetteville, Georgia. So we're going to listen to this video, then I'll give my thoughts on it, all right? Yep, Fayetteville, North Carolina. Yes, sir. No, Fayetteville, Georgia. Fayetteville, Georgia, bro. Fayetteville, Georgia, not North Carolina.
Owned shopping center in Fayetteville, Georgia, and it's been all over the news, and we're about to go inside. Come on, follow me. It's called Kingdom's Corner, a 15,000 square foot space built by a barber and a nurse, featuring 7 different businesses from restaurants to a med spa. And if you're not from here, you might not understand why this is such a big deal. Fayetteville wasn't always a place where Black entrepreneurs could own commercial real estate. For decades, opportunities were limited, and Black-owned shopping centers were unheard of. So what you're looking at isn't just a plaza, it's history in the making. And today, I'm here to see the story behind it and meet the couple making history.
Hi, my name is Winchell.
Hi, my name is Felicia.
Winchell and Felicia started their journey as a barber and a nurse. Over time, they built a real estate empire and turned Kingdom's Corner into a hub of community, business, and opportunity. What's up, family?
Hey.
Listen, I've been hearing about you guys all over the internet, the news, about you guys having the first Black-owned shopping center in Fayetteville, Georgia.
Welcome to Kingdom Corners.
Can y'all do me a favor and introduce yourselves and what you do to my viewers?
My name is Winchell Ellibert. Originally, I'm a barber. I started my first barbering business when I graduated high school. That was my first business. I borrowed about $5,000 from my dad and started my first entrepreneurship opportunity with a barbershop. And then we grew to 3 locations. And at that moment, that's when I met my beautiful wife, trying to cut her son's hair. Ever since then, I've been cutting hair for free for him.
Nice. That's smooth.
I'm
That boy
Felicia
Pierre
Elbert,
crispy,
and
boy.
by
You feel me?
profession, I'm a registered
Shit.
nurse, and I
Put
have
me
been
to
now
train.
for over 30 years. In 2005, I ventured out and opened my first wellness center. So here we are now, Cleansing Waters Wellness Center and Weight Loss Center with 3 locations.
Show me around. Come on, let's get into it. Come on.
Let's do it.
First up, Frida's Bar and Grill.
We are about to enter into one of the Atlanta's most popular Mexican restaurants, Frida's Bar and Grill.
Okay.
It is popping.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I like Mexican food,
Yes.
and I like popping.
Come on in.
So let's get popping.
Let's do it.
It's been going viral all over social media for its authentic flavors and vibrant atmosphere. So this is the famous Mexican restaurant I've been seeing all over TikTok.
That's exactly right. This restaurant has only been around for 3 years.
Wow, okay.
And they really blew up, the whole TikTok phenomenon. They were really down the street from us, and they were busting out the scenes. And we just built this plaza. I was like, why don't you come to a bigger place with more parking?
Yeah.
And we're just happy that they became one of our tenants.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've been seeing those like giant mimosas
Yeah.
as well.
Their food is amazing.
Yeah.
It's not just Mexican food. They serve all types of food.
Okay.
Boy,
But
they gonna
like
walk
to
up
go
out
over the
that
top.
bitch.
They're very good with the community. They have live bands.
Okay.
And they also do karaoke nights.
Yeah.
They also have DJ nights.
It's an experience.
It's definitely an experience.
You guys are the first Black-owned shopping center in Fayetteville, Georgia. How does it feel?
Blessed. Chosen. This is something that we've never done. Like my wife's mentioned that 20 years ago, she opened up her first wellness center 2 years after I got involved with the franchise Smoothie King. Never thought about us being developers, but I believe that God sometimes chooses people who are unfit or not qualified to qualify for his purpose.
So how did it happen? How did you even come across this land?
This land had a sign up for sale for years before we even paid attention to it. We saw the sign and they dropped the price. Literally, it was 4 acres of land for $450,000. They dropped the price to $199,000.
Wow.
And that was not believable. We thought they made a mistake. So my wife actually called to make sure that it was real. One phone call is where we landed today.
Next up, Tanzer Nail Bar.
So you can't have a shopping plaza without a nail bar. Follow me to Tanzer Nail Bar. We are so excited to have them.
Okay, let's go. The go-to spot for manicures, pedicures, and nail enhancements. Step inside this relaxing, luxurious space where skilled nail technicians make every visit feel like a mini getaway.
So here at Tanzer Nail Bar, you can get manicures, pedicures. They also do lashes. And my favorite, they have a VIP room where you can get VIP treatment.
It sounded like you guys saw an opportunity that you felt like it was too good to let up. You had to take advantage of it. But did you feel like you understood everything? The opportunity was good, but did you feel like you had everything that you need to know in order to get the opportunity?
We've been in Fayetteville, like right across the street for 15 years. And that sign has been there for, who knows, maybe 15 years.
Yeah.
But we've never noticed it, ever. Like, this is a sign that we pass every day.
Yes.
When he said chosen, I really believe we were chosen for this project, because all of a sudden, one day, I noticed the sign because it was our time. It was time for me to notice it. It was just all in God's purpose, right? I called, and it was a good price because I didn't know it had dropped, because that was my first time really paying attention to the sign. When I mentioned it to my husband at $199, being the person that he is, he's like, oh, we can get him down to. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So, of course, we called and the price was right. And, of course, they did negotiate. Even at that time, we didn't know what exactly we were going to do. We just knew, okay, well, let's just do it. So God kind of guided us from that moment on. And, of course, my husband will tell you a little bit about, our journey and some roadblocks. But it wasn't anything, obviously, that we didn't get past.
Next, Southern Fire Kitchen. Michelle, all
Appreciate
this
you,
walking
homie,
that
for
we're
tapping
doing,
in
I'm
with
working up appetite. Where can we get some good food around here?
I'm glad you asked. They always say food is good for the soul. Nothing better than to be able to get some good soul food. And we have a great place called Southern Fire Kitchen right here in Kingdom Corners.
A soul food restaurant that makes you feel like your mama's in the kitchen. From fried chicken to collard greens, it's comfort food at its finest.
Hello, my name is Latrice, the owner of Southern Fire Kitchen. And my name is Shay. I'm the restaurant manager and for the best soul food in the metropolitan Atlanta, Georgia area. this is the place to be.
Right
Fire
here,
Kitchen.
Southern Fire.
So there were challenges
Oh, yeah.
along the way.
Because this all happened during COVID. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. Because again, you know, this project was for us. We managed to make it through.
One thing
Right,
that
you feel me?
we had to learn as entrepreneurs, they always say when you build it, people will come. You don't worry about who your
Thanks,
customers are going to be or how you're going to do whatever. You build it, people will come.
Yes.
That's
God
true.
always chooses people. He just say go. Don't worry about the how, because he already provided the how.
Yes.
You just have to go, and everything is going to come into place. He's never said there's not going to be any challenges, but he always just say that I will provide.
Yes.
And that's exactly what he showed up and showed out.
Wow. Wow. I love that. That's inspiring. A lot of people watching this, they one day want to become millionaires. They want to learn how to build a business. They want to take their life, their family's life to the next level and create more success. Like, what's one single piece of advice you can give to that person?
Everyone is born with a gift. Your gift is inside of you. It's not outside of you. And your gift is a stream of income. So your success is already built in. And your success is more important to God than it is to you, for his name's sake, not for yours. Most people, they die with the fear of failing, and they die with their gifts. So I say, just live full and die empty. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure is where the success happens.
And I would say, don't overthink it. A lot of times we can talk ourselves out of situations and ideas and dreams. But, you know, of course, we have to be reasonable and don't just go out and do anything crazy that just doesn't make sense. But just don't overthink.
Yes, yes. You think long, you think wrong. That's a fact. And for wellness, there's a med spa.
Welcome to Cleansing Waters Wellness and Weight Loss Center. Come and take a look.
Come on, let's go. Offering beauty and health services right inside the plaza. With Felicia's nursing background, it's a space where community members can relax, rejuvenate, and feel cared for.
We have been here now for 2 decades. This is one of 3 locations. 20 years ago, we started doing colon hydrotherapy. That's basically all we did was colonics.
Okay.
And now today, again, 20 years later, we offer colonics, which is colon cleansing. We do medical weight loss. That's very popular. We do vitamin IV hydration. We also do aesthetics and body sculpting, as well as a sauna and a couple of other smaller services.
This place is beautiful, Felicia. I want to see behind the scenes, like how those different services look. Can we check it
You
out?
sure can.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so what happens in this room right here?
This is our colon hydrotherapy suite. This is where the magic happens.
Okay.
So basically, the sessions are 45 minutes. The water is filtered, so your system is cleansed and purified, and you leave out feeling amazing. So if you've never had a colonic, they will absolutely change your life.
That gets you that.
It all comes out, and our clients leave out floating.
You know,
yes.
a lot of y'all need one of those, but I'm scared. I'm not gonna lie.
A lot of people are, but it's nothing to be afraid of.
Yeah.
Like
That
the nozzle,
system out.
as you can see, is like the width of a pen or pencil.
Yes.
They say you hold about 20 pounds of that other feces up inside you, bro. Might need it.
And sometimes people think that you have this big hose, but that's not the case. A lot of times, the first couple of minutes, you may feel a little nervous.
Yeah.
But once you get on and relax, I mean, we have people here that are on their phones, they're
Really?
working on the laptop on the table. But again, it's nothing like a good colonic.
Just chill on the phone while the.
Yes, yes. This is our hydration lounge. So as you see, most clients will come in here and get an IV hydration, which is just like a bag of fluids that we hook up. We load it up with all kind of vitamins and electrolytes. And again, you feel amazing afterwards. And here's our aesthetic room. This is Daniela. Daniela is our esthetician here, and she'll tell you a little bit about what she does.
Here we offer our HydroFacial and our TrueScope body sculpting machine, where we do fat reduction and muscle toning.
So what's the most popular service that people come here for?
So of course, because we started out doing colonics, it's kind of what we've been known for. So colonics are very popular. So that's one of our top services. And then also because everyone wants to be thin and lose weight, weight loss does really well.
So if somebody wants to get clear or even lose some weight, this is the place to be.
So the great thing about Cleansing Waters is that we do it all. Like we're a one-stop shop. You come in, you can get a colonic, get really cleansed and let all that old yucky stuff go.
Yes.
Get a great hydration to replenish your hydration. And then, you know, we have our body sculpting, we tighten and tone. And then if you need to lose a little bit before you tighten and tone, then we'll put you on some weight loss injections and a meal plan. And yeah, this is where we do our hydrotherapy. I didn't mention that we also do the ionic foot detox. So a lot of times our clients will come in and do their foot detox in here.
Okay. Detox my foot, so I could just sit here.
You can just sit there.
Yeah, lay back, chill.
Yes.
Bring like a bucket or something.
A bucket.
Get my foot in.
Yes. And then the water starts to change colors depending on what toxins are being released.
Oh.
So it's like this whole deal.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's a good color?
When you're detoxing, there's no color that's good. Every color is good because it means that whatever it is coming out. Right, right.
Gotta get me one of those.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. You too, bro. I know you guys maybe didn't even know at first you were going to be the first Black-owned shopping center owners.
That was absolutely almost like the cherry on top.
Wow.
Because we didn't know. We were having lunch with the mayor. Maybe midway through the project, he pulled us aside and told us that we were the first African Americans in the city to ever do a development.
Wow.
Everything happened the way that it happened, and we were chosen for this project because it was something bigger than us.
The name of the plaza is Kingdom Corners. Although, you know, we're proud to be the first Blacks to do this in the city of Fayetteville. And I believe that God used us for that platform, but it's to be able to maybe attract all the attention, but not because of us being the first Blacks, but more so to be able to talk about the kingdom.
And here's Smoothie King, owned by Winchell and Felicia themselves. Fun fact, this is their second franchise. So not only do they own the shopping center, they also own businesses in the shopping center, like this one.
That's right. We're not only the president, but we're also a client. So come on in and welcome to Smoothie King. Might as well try one of our best smoothies called Pineapple Soap. Strawberries, pineapple, and kiwi. I love that.
Sound good. It's fire.
Like that.
Yeah.
So not only that, my wife and I have the wellness center where you just came from, but one of the reasons why we actually opened up Smoothie King is because we used to send people to get a smoothie after they got a great colonic. When they cleanse themselves, replenish their bodies with great smoothies.
That's smart. That's a good combo. Cleanse yourself, get replenished here.
That's exactly right.
So Nick, you get everything in that at that shopping center. You want to get your colon cleansed. Next thing you know, you can go and you can replenish yourself with a smoothie. Then you want to go over there and get your nails and your feet done at the same time. And then if you want to sit back and get drunk with your girls and your ladies, you get that big ass thing of mimosas. Hey, you good. You just spent a lot of money in one spot. Hey, take notes, bro. Take notes.
Listen, man, congratulations to you guys. Much success on your journey. And you may not know this, but you guys are about to inspire a lot more people than you've already inspired.
Seriously, David, that was crazy.
I'm not
crazy.
I'm not feeding. I'm not feeding.
I truly believe someone's going to do some really big things just because of this story. And I'm glad I got their phone numbers now so I can bother them. Teach me the game.
And thank you so much. I could see you're so purpose driven. And that's one of the things that I love about following you is the purpose that you have behind what you do.
Yes.
And so the last thing I would say to everybody is you could get fired from your job, but you could never get fired from your purpose.
Woo.
Okay, check them out.
Hello. We'll end on that note right there. They're not just big. Building businesses, they're building legacy, inspiring the community, and making history. This is an example of anything being possible if they can go from being a barber and a nurse to building $1 million real estate empire. Well, listen, you can live all your dreams and all your goals. And if you enjoyed this video and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you watch the next video where I share with you the richest Black neighborhoods in America.
Man.
That's top dog aura right there.
Listen, bro. Listen. There's a lot of it. Listen, bro. There's a lot of people out here doing great things. It doesn't mean that what you have to understand is this: it's not too late for you either. It's not too late for you either. You can go out here and get it. You just gotta lock in, get fucking focused. Just lock in and get fucking focused, bro. Just start flying the plane, and you will figure it out as you go, dog. Sometimes you don't find the purpose. You don't find the purpose before you start the work. Sometimes you find the purpose alone while you're working. So just get to it. Find something that you enjoy doing, or find that vehicle that's gonna get you to where you're trying to go. And listen, you will figure things out along the way. That's a fact. That is a fact, dog. Shout out to a new member, Snow Bunny. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. I appreciate you, mama.
I appreciate you. That's earned circle behavior right there.
Appreciate you becoming a member of the YouTube channel. I appreciate you. So listen. This one here is shorter. This live stream is shorter today. I had to make sure I make it shorter. I had to be on the tip top because I still gotta go get ready. I gotta be out of the house by 5:45. Gotta be out of the house by 5:45. Still gotta go get ready and all that good shit. All right. Today was dope. Today was fire. I appreciate y'all for kicking it. Listen, y'all like this camera though? This shit fire. You feel me? This shit fire. I'm rocking with it. We slowly getting better. Quality. We changed the mic. Now we changed the camera. There gonna be other things that's coming as well, but one incremental change at a time. We're not gonna do it all at once because we playing for the long term. We ain't playing for the short term. You feel me? So yeah, man. Today was fire. Today was dope. I appreciate y'all for those of you who supported the channel, with your super chats. Snow Bunny became a YouTube member today. Shout out to you. This was fire. Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry. I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get rich quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something just trust me situation. This is legit, and this is something that your every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play. It's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up. Let's get back to the video. Hey! Yep, today was fire. Hey, man, make sure you guys are here on Saturday because I will be live, regular scheduled programming, 9:05 p.m. MST time. What was that? So that's 10:05 CST, and that should be 11:05 EST on Saturday. So make sure you're here. Come kick it with your boy for the first live stream of 2026. So y'all gotta make sure y'all are here for that. What else I got? Also, if you got any other ideas as well, if you have any other ideas in regards to what you would want to see in the Patreon that would bring you value that you would like to hear from me, let me know. You can put it in the comments, or you can shoot me an email at CCJE.LLC@gmail.com. You can send me an email, or you could just reach out to me in the Discord, whatever. You can hit me up on Discord. All right. So until next time, my good people, I appreciate you. Happy New Year. I'll holla.